Love the sound.
You don't want to miss the best pro watercross racers
Luckily,
in the
we're
world.
not feeling the spray because of all the electronics out here.
Yeah, fortunately, we're far back enough not to be getting wet, because I wouldn't mind it, you wouldn't mind it, but the electronics would definitely not like it at all.
Oh, and there we go.
Oh, Jim,
I like that. Dixon taking it.
Jim goes to the inside. Well, Dixon takes the Joker buoy. He gives Devlin the lead, but he's still got to go to the Joker buoy. And if Dixon can stay, relatively close to Devlin, then he may have a shot.
Make sure you catch
But I
it
don't
on
think you can.
CBS Sports Network.
I'm thinking
Too much horsepower there.
Well, it's not the horsepower. It's experience riding in pump wash. And Jim definitely has that. He had no issue staying behind Dixon. But Dixon,
LIQUI-MOLY has been number
each
one
and
in
every
Germany
time
for
he
the
took
past 10 years
he's
in motor
taken
oils
the
and additives.
Joker boy.
Super excited to bring the marine range now
he's
in
given
North
up the
America.
lead.
All that experience
Jim's
and the performance,
but
the
very
racing
happy to
industry
take it.
translated
But he's
into
also
the
given
real
up
world.
some
Couldn't be a
horsepower.
better combination.
To
Scared of using a warranty? Well, you shouldn't. LIQUI-MOLY Marine product has
Devlin.
all the approvals from the National
That's
Marine Manufacturers
1100
Association, FCW,
IROC versus
TCW3,
stock.
and also API specs.
So the
Please
modifications
refer to the
allowed
owner's manual.
on that
Ride viscosity,
Yamaha
use the best to maintain your passion.
are
Hey everyone, my
probably,
name's
I
Valentina
don't know
Lascano.
exactly, but I'm
here
sure an
at Pro
ECU
Watercross
is in
for
order.
Right,
our
an
Destiny
ECU tune
Racing.
on it.
Yep. Which can make a dramatic amount of difference.
We're sponsored by
Not
LIQUI-MOLY.
dramatic
Thanks to
enough
them,
to
we
go
have
through
our
clutches
strong
every
boats and we're
weekend,
able to
though.
podium.
That's a difference.
I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined LIQUI-MOLY, I'll never go back.
Well, I think you're right, Kurt. Devlin really opening up a lead now, and so he's got this. So he's got a half a lap lead already.
Yeah, that's.
So he's feeling pretty good out here this morning.
Yeah, if I was going to give Peter some advice prior to this race, it would have been once you get out front, which you did pretty much every time, wait till the last lap to take the green buoy.
Racers in the world.
Yeah. Might not be a bad call, I think, on that part. If you can keep Devlin behind and make him pass him on the racetrack. Yeah. Instead of giving him a free pass, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yep.
That's your strategery.
That is my stratagem. Halfway flags are out.
Dixon does stand up down the front straightaway on that Sea-Doo. I like that style. That's good. I mean, it's not rough out here today by any stretch. This is a very, very flat water race this weekend. And it's a really easy course. No splits. Very straightforward. I really like this course. I was talking to David Cabrera after the races yesterday, and he liked it as well. He thought it was a really fun race course. He said he would have liked to seen a little bit more open straights. You know,
really stretch the legs of those powerful.
A little bit, yeah. But all in all, he really liked it.
25 successful seasons on the
Well, that was apparent by his joy winning every single moto.
Yes, it was.
Excite the senses, engage audiences, and build communities through integrated campaigns that get results.
It's a great tour.
Yes,
It hits a
Jules.
lot of hot spots.
Jules win the first
Travels,
moto?
a lot of the U.S.
That's what I thought.
And it brings you to all kinds of different demographics of people that you're racing against, people that you don't get to see all the time.
Jim Devlin,
It's a tour
jumping
that
Jim
is
Devlin.
complete, from kids racing to adults racing.
Not your bad.
a lot of
Maybe just
spectators, and
just
the
an
best
overload of
locations
shrimp
to go
last
to.
night.
Daytona, Panama City Beach, Pensacola. We're in Georgia, racing Wisconsin,
people were
Texas.
intimating
We go
that.
everywhere.
They were. I don't know
Pretty sure
why.
that's
You and
because
I,
you're
you and I,
Naples,
and
Florida,
course marshal
you
Randy
don't
made
get
the
any better than that. And
made the best
Liqui-Moly
decision of
don't
the
choose
evening.
Range, it's marine
Yes, we
range.
did.
Partnering with such a
There's
great
no question in my mind.
entity. It's
Yes,
just
Unless, of course, you don't like shrimp.
For season 26,
Because
and
eating a pound of
beyond,
shrimp would
Pro
not be good if you don't
Watercross
like it.
continues its
Not at all.
leadership
But
role
that
in
was-
environmental
that Tiki
education,
West, man, that's some
safety,
shrimp.
and with a family-friendly vibe.
A lot of good people here. It's a good place to raise your kids and teach them how to succeed in a competitive environment. I've been doing it since 1996. My 17-year-old son's now three-time world champion at jet ski racing, and he grew up by my side.
Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Watching on the live stream, Pro Watercross. Round 2 of the LIQUI-MOLY Pro Watercross Triple Crown presented by JETTRIM. Rick Lake,
Kurt Nolenberg.
my good buddy Kurt Nolenberg, and we are at it again here in Tavares, Florida. Beautiful Lake County, Florida. Second day of this round of the tour.
I
And
highly recommend anyone out there watching, if they've never been to Tavares, put it on your calendar, put it on your bucket list. Don't make it too far, because when you come the first time, you're going to want to come back often.
yeah, we love it here. Absolutely. It's well said, and it is a beautiful site, beautiful little town here, and a lot of fun, real chill, little beach bars and restaurants, and seaplane capital of the country. Seaplanes coming and going, fun to watch, and right out in front of us here, really fun to watch is first race of the day, IROC Stock, IROC 1100, Jim Devlin versus Peter Dixon, but it's all Jim Devlin.
On the water, Devlin trying to make the one-lap pass on Peter Dixon. Dixon making that boat a little wide, but Devlin doing everything he can to get by.
But Devlin hasn't taken the Joker yet, has he?
He hasn't what? No, he hasn't taken the Joker.
I don't think he has.
No, he has not. White flag. Well,
Somebody said he took it second lap. Okay.
okay.
Well, we stand corrected. Jim Devlin, man, he is fun.
He really enjoys this and shares that joy with everybody. I love that.
Fun dude, man. Yeah, he has a good time. He really always a smile
Whoa.
on his face.
Dixon got in a rough water there for
Yeah, he did.
It was kind of sketch for a moment.
Yes, he did.
Well, final trip through. Peter Dixon will stay on the same lap, I believe. But nope. He's going a lap down at the
Oh.
Well,
Well,
let me throw it out. Jim Devlin won.
Peter kept going.
Yeah, he did.
He's still going. I don't know if he saw the checker. I thought he looked over.
I think he did that at Moto 2 as well.
Did he?
He just likes riding.
He wants to get one more lap, and
Yeah.
I almost got this figured out.
Oh, I
If
get it.
only
he
I-
lapped me, so I get one more lap.
If only I could
That's
have
the thinking.
maybe. Well, he crossed the finish line in front of Devlin. I don't think Devlin got him,
Right.
and so he's correct then.
So by all
Right?
Yep.
So we stand corrected, apparently. Of course, not the first time in our lives, I would say. Race number 2 coming up, and checkered flag does come out for Peter Dixon, and a good ride, Peter.
Having heck of fun. Up next is
Now we've got a new rider coming into the fray this morning. Brian Unger joining Marcio Benedetti and Patrick Grumpy Serenich. But it's been Marcio Benedetti in the 2 motos they ran yesterday, taking the win both times in front of Serenich. But joining them is Brian Unger out of Morrison, Florida on a Yamaha. So that's going to be fun. We're doing rolling starts here in Tavares, a little different setup here, which dictated no starts from the shore. So we're doing rolling starts, which have really gone off pretty much perfectly all weekend long. Of course, Marshal Randy conducting the starting procedure, and a lot of experience there, and he knows what he's doing, and it's been really good. So they're going to run them back out there, get everybody lined up, and we'll get on with race number 2 today.
Check, 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 check. Oh, fresh batteries and a new voice.
That helps.
How easy is that? Plug and play, as they say, right?
It helps. Batteries that work are a positive.
And negative. No. All right, Brian Unger out of Morriston. He's the golf cart guy. Didn't know if you knew that.
I did not. What do you mean by that?
I mean, that's who he's sponsored by. Cart guy.
Oh, I don't have that on my list. Interesting.
You have yesterday's.
No. Oh, that's
all right.
That's better.
And Patrick Grumpy Sarnich, sponsored by Showtime Floors, Rough Racing, Forgetting You Yamaha, Retirement.
I'm bummed, man. It's the last day of June.
Yeah,
June is over. I love summertime like no other, and the beginning of June, I'm always so happy. And and the last day of June, man, now we head to the 4th of July weekend, which is just one of the best times of the year. I just love it, 4th of July. And we're missing a rider.
Didn't show up? Huh.
It might be Unger, because that's Benedetti and Grumpy Saranich out there once again. So Unger did not join us this morning. However, Benedetti, back where he left off yesterday, out in front on that supercharged Sea-Doo. Marcio out of Orlando, Florida, 47 years old, and boy, he has gotten better and better every round. We've seen him for the last few years, hasn't he?
He really has. And incremental steps, nothing crazy, but yeah, he's as consistent a rider as we've got out here, and especially in the runabout class. And makes good decisions.
Well, he started out in the beginner.
Not making good decisions.
He started out in the beginner runabout class,
did.
which is always inevitably the most hair-raising class of the weekend.
The most frightening, terrifying.
Absolutely. And he survived beginner runabout. Now he's looking really good out there. So is Grumpy Saranich.
Yeah.
On the Yamaha that he helped build on the factory production line at Yamaha in Georgia.
The last boat he ever built.
Worked there for
Retired
a number of years and was involved with the production of all Yamaha watercraft for, a few years. So to say he knows these boats inside and out, I think
pretty accurate.
That's literally the case.
So if you don't like your Yamaha, it's probably his fault. Just kidding, Karen. Just kidding.
Well, his son's listening, I'm sure. He's probably watching Dad out there.
Yeah, we miss you, Patrick.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you out here maybe next year.
On the stand-up?
You'd love Tavares.
Yeah, you would.
Grumpy looking over. He may be behind, but he's not backing off the throttle much, he'll tell you.
He's on it this morning. No doubt, man. Looking good.
Ben, just the picture of Marcio here with the sun behind him, carving those beautiful, smooth corners. I mean, he really lays that Sea-Doo over for a runabout.
Yeah, he does. He's getting faster and faster, and just he's put a lot of laps in, and that's what it takes. More than anything
as I know,
else.
he hasn't lost one clutch yet.
Well, I don't know. That's supercharged Sea-Doo, man. Those things put out some horsepower, and that boat turns. Those things You can lay those boats over, and much as you dare keep the throttle on, they can hang in the corners and stay hooked up.
Section as she comes by here. Not quite as smooth as it was the last time, but
those
it's
are
like a ballet on water, watching it with the sun behind.
Those boats are fun to carve turns on, man. That is a blast. I've had the luxury of being able to spend some time on those Sea-Doos that are, basically designed for that purpose, to carve corners hard. They have the ergonomic. You get locked in with your knees and your feet.
Huge difference.
And you can just lay that thing over. It stays hooked up really well. Fun boat to ride. And so are the Yamahas. The supercharged Yamahas are a blast as well. A little different handling, a little different positioning.
A little more flat turning.
But very, very capable, as evidenced by the fact that they've won most closed course races for years. But today, Marcio Benedetti, a little faster pilot than Grumpy. Of course, Grumpy's got about 20 years on him, coming in at 67. It's funny. Grumpy's sponsored by Showtime Floors, Rough Racing, and Forgetting You Yamaha Retirement.
Right.
I'm not sure what he's trying to say with that.
Exactly. and we should leave it that way.
What's that? That's a GP.
Oh,
I think that's a GPR 1800.
Yeah.
That Patrick's riding. And Benedetti
Wow,
trying to sweep
nice.
around the outside.
It ain't happening. Grumpy's having none of that.
Grumpy knows he's there. He kind of looks over his left shoulder, but that's not where Benedetti is.
Nope. It's like, young man, you're going to have to work for it.
So Benedetti trying to carve inside, which he's doing, but no, that Yamaha GP 1800R that Grumpy's on is a really fast, accelerating, pretty lightweight boat as far as, supercharged runabouts go these days. But Benedetti gets around the outside.
That's it.
And that's all she wrote.
There we go.
Marcio Benedetti out of Orlando, Florida, looking to make it a clean sweep this weekend, as these racers are really getting their money's worth here at Pro Watercross, putting in some serious laps.
Yeah, no question about it.
The Triple Crown brought to you by LIQUI-MOLY, our title sponsor. LIQUI-MOLY lubricants. Use the best to maintain your passion, and boy, those LIQUI-MOLY lubricants have proven themselves invaluable just in our course martial boats.
Yeah, no question about it. And really no BS about it. That is a phenomenal lubricant line.
Yep.
I've been involved with motorsport lubrication for almost all my life. Been through umpteen untold number of seminars, seeing scientific evidence of why one brand is better than the other. And the reality is, at this time, the technology is so high, you got to go with a company that's working with Formula One, with NASCAR, with marine offshore boats, with obviously jet ski racing. MotoGP.
They are at the top of the heap in all these highest levels of motorsports racing throughout the world.
Yeah.
And second to none, LIQUI-MOLY.
And a great group of people behind the company too.
100%.
Absolutely. That counts for a lot.
Our presenting sponsor, JETTRIM, bitch and stitching, handmade right out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And Frank and his crew, man, those guys turn out the absolute best.
Well, we got to
seats,
thank
mats,
them for the mats on our
the mats on our podium.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keeping the winners' feet from being scorched after the races. But
the years of getting on top of a blistering hot aluminum platform to get your award, and then going directly to the ICU.
But in all seriousness, by far the best mats in the world for personal watercraft. I mean, and they are custom. You can get them in just a huge array of color and stitching combinations, very customizable, and they last forever. They look absolutely gorgeous on your watercraft, as do the seats, the seat covers, all super customizable.
I just really, there's no comparison of the quality between them and some of the other major brands. And I'm not saying that the other brands don't have, their own features.
Yes.
But nothing has the quality, the variety, and the longevity of JETTRIM products.
Bitch and stitching, man. That is the place to go. Lake Havasu City, JETTRIM.com.
Stop in. You won't be disappointed.
Nope.
It's a great place to visit, too.
White flag out for the third moto of amateur runabout box stock, as Marcio Benedetti has absolutely dominated this class this weekend. Grumpy Saradich, 67 years old, enjoying his retirement, traveling around the country racing, having an absolute blast. And he'll take a second place this weekend as he is on his last lap. And Marcio Benedetti going to take the checkered flag and the win here.
Yes, he does.
In Tavares this weekend.
And Grumpy's out there thinking, oh, he stopped. I'm going to win.
Our official telecast partner of Pro Watercross, of course, is CBS Sports. And we had the whole crew here yesterday to capture all the really top-level racing action in Pro-Am Ski GP. It was great racing.
No question about it.
David Cabrera, Jules Hopkins looking really fast, but having some mechanicals. And, of course, Christopher Landis taking a second.
And pushing hard with the stock motor and that GP1 hull.
F1
hull, correct.
He had the new F1,
F1
from Fast Power Sports. And then Kyle Fabro came in third yesterday. Really great young man out of Florida, Kyle Fabro.
Oh, the Superman.
Look at the Superman, Grumpy, coming across the finish line.
I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people fall off doing that.
Yeah, that's a highly questionable maneuver.
Hey, it's fun, though.
Yeah. Our official prop and jet pump is Solas, a trusted brand in the marine industry. And, man, you know a lot about Solas, don't you? Solas
I know a
props.
ton about Solas.
Yeah.
They are a phenomenal company that builds everything, as we were speaking of yesterday, ocean-going vessels with 12-foot high bronze, props. But they have really put a lot of energy into the jet ski marine world and the impellers that are in there. They've come out with some fabulous designs. Now they have aftermarket, obviously they're aftermarket pumps, although they are OEM on some machines now. And your ability to customize your pump thrust to your engine configuration with the Solas product line is second to none anymore.
Yep, absolutely right. We're proud to have Solas as the official prop and pump, jet pump for Pro Watercross. And our official online parts partner is AOMC, #GetEquipped. And man, anything in the power sports industry that you need.
There's nothing they can't get you.
Nope, they have got it all. You just have to go online to AOMC and check it out, and you can order anything.
Yeah, if you don't see it there, you can contact them, and they will get back to you.
Yep, absolutely. Great company, great supporter of Pro Watercross. AOMC, #GetEquipped. Find It Now GPS is protecting what moves you, and great technology. If you're aware of the Apple AirTags, it's kind of similar deal with Find It Now. And go online, check them out, Find It Now GPS. And if you've got anything you'd like to protect, meaning if it does get stolen, and it does happen, unfortunately, you will be able to track it down and likely get it back using Find It Now GPS.
Yeah, Ray and his crew there definitely hook you up, and it doesn't matter what vehicle you've got. from a bicycle or electric bicycle like mine, a mountain bike like yours, which is worth buku bucks. You want to protect that stuff, and that'll allow you to find it, hunt them down, and ask them to please return your vehicle.
Absolutely. Out on the track right now, Peter Dixon, novice sports stock rider. Bentley Dearman raced her first ever race yesterday, but they had to leave yesterday, unfortunately, so she only got 2 motos in. So that's going to be all Peter Dixon today on that Sea-Doo HX.
Well, you got to love the fact that Billy Dearman's kind of passing the torch. Not that he's going to stop racing himself.
No.
But, man, the pride that he had yesterday, Billy's always a positive,
Yes.
outgoing guy.
Absolutely.
But yesterday he was grinning ear to ear all day long. So fun to watch.
Yep, absolutely. It really was cool to see his daughter, 12-year-old daughter Bentley, in her first race ever.
Yeah,
and she really did well.
She progressed. It was her first time on the boat there. And by the end of the second moto, she was hitting and getting.
Yep, she was
Pretty
got
good.
on it. Yep, really
Pretty
good.
good.
Really good. The PWC Doctor is another one of our sponsors, Kurt.
Chris.
And that is a product that is, I consider, a must-have for personal watercraft.
No question about it, and it's the only option for that. Anything else is so inferior, it's not worth doing.
Handmade drain plugs, and you will not have to worry about leaving your drain plug out and potentially sinking your boat.
That's exactly it. How many times?
A
right?
lot.
I've done it. I've done it myself.
A lot.
Luckily caught it.
I've done it.
Yeah, I've caught it before it was under, but,
I actually sunk
right?
a GPR 1300 that I borrowed from Yamaha.
I was going to say a press boat, didn't you?
At the, well, more or less,
Yeah.
at the river.
Yeah.
And we went and rode it for a while, or sitting on the beach, relaxing for a little bit, and all of a sudden it looks like,
I think it's low in the water.
well, it's a little low there, isn't it?
You get that sinking feeling.
Oh.
You know exactly what happened, right?
Oh man,
Yeah. Damn it.
We got there we noticed it just in time. Got the plugs back in and went for a ride and bilged it out, but
Oh, good.
it was close.
Yeah, it didn't get up to the air.
Of course, those were the two-stroke
Flame
days.
arrestor.
So if you did go to if they do sink the 2 strokes, you just
Turn them upside down.
get them going.
Take the plugs out.
Done that more times than I care to mention. Last lap, and Peter Dixon on the course stopped. So and Peter wins the Ironman Award this weekend.
Yes, he does.
He's up and underway, riding a couple classes. He's got more laps here in Tavares than anybody this weekend. So kudos to Peter Dixon, 56 years old. Man, he's getting a good workout in.
I'm thinking he wins. He had the most fun of everybody.
Absolutely.
And that's saying a lot, because there were a lot of GP1 riders yesterday that had a lot of fun as well.
And we'd also like to thank Airstream Adventures for helping make this event happen here in Tavares this weekend.
Yeah, they are our partner, and we appreciate them.
Yeah, absolutely, because we do dig it here. Kurt and I have kind of fallen in love with Tavares and Lake County, Florida. It's a beautiful, beautiful area, and the town is really cool. People are so nice. And Peter Dixon is going to come across the finish line, going to take the checkered
Bringing it
flag,
home.
and that is going to do it.
We're going to skis.
Race number 4.
Amateur ski stock, women's ski limited, amateur ski GP, and beginner ski stock combined. Got a new rider here for us, Sandra Roberts, in
That's
women's
cool.
ski limited out of Morriston, Florida.
Very cool.
She's 59 and sponsored by the Golf Cart Guy.
Golf Cart Guy's a popular sponsor.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Brian Unger out of Morriston as well.
I don't think he's here.
Really?
I don't think so. Well, he was supposed to be in that earlier runabout race. So maybe he is going to be.
Maybe there's a change to
Maybe he's going to be in the ski race, though.
Or
we'll see.
a boat issue. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
In beginner ski stock, Andrew Phelps. Andrew out of Babson Park, Florida. He's 41 years old. Sponsored by StopTheHeat.com. That's a good thing in Florida. And The Strong Stitch.
Stop the Heat is really a good thing here.
Is that a cry out, or is it a solution?
That's a pretty pleasant
I think
morning.
it's
We're
a
enjoying it.
solution, yeah.
as a seaplane taxis out by us. Really fun to watch.
And a party barge comes by full of revelers.
This is the seaplane capital here in Tavares. That's what they're known for. And, man, they come and go. You can come here and you can take rides. Go out for a ride on a seaplane. And they have an outfit here that does it. This is actually an airport. Right where we're at is an actual airport. There's a windsock on the dock next to us. And it is a legit FAA-controlled airport. Kind of cool. Didn't know that. I mean, how would you know that? Really think about that. But, well, they do fly in and out of here constantly on these seaplanes, so it is a seaplane airport. How about that? As Kurt and I were saying yesterday, I just can't. I just makes me think of the late great Jimmy Buffett, because I know he had a seaplane that he would use to tool around looking for surf spots. Had his board attached, and there we go. Course Marshal Randy racing the seaplane. Of course he is. Huh. Breeze, seaplane taking off right into that breeze. See how long it takes him to get the speed up there. On takeoff. He's got a nice long runway, doesn't he? And there he goes. So cool. Never get tired of watching planes, do you? Ever. Every time I go to an airport and I'm waiting for to pick up somebody or whatever the case may be, just parked by the runway, watch them take off and land. I don't know, it never gets old. Always amazing how those gigantic jets can fly,
I do every time I fly here from
You're
California.
In one. Yeah.
Like, are you sure this thing's going to get in the air?
Yep.
Actually, I have no fear of flying. It's the landing that's the problem for me. I mean, if there is. I'm kind of a fatalist that way. It's like, I have no control. So let's just enjoy the ride.
Speaking of that, it's time to check in for my flight.
Is it? All right, final moto on the water, combined ski classes. We had 4 entries, and we've got 2 riders. We'll check them out as they come around and let you know who it is and what classes they're in. And is that, I believe it is, Max Apodaca out of Orlando. Yep, that's Max on the 407. And on the 21, Andrew Phelps. Those two battled yesterday. And they're going to continue it today. Max had some really good rides yesterday. Really connected with this course, able to hold it wide open. And Andrew is in beginner ski stock, and he has made some real progress out there. We're both very impressed yesterday with his ability to stay up with Max. Max, 38 years old on that Kawasaki out of Orlando, and Andrew on the Yamaha, 41 years young. And he is also sponsored by StopTheHeat.com. Ooh, down in the tray, Max Apodaca stretching out them knee tendons. All right, Max out in front. Max just kind of put a stamp of approval here on the third and final moto.
Well, both of these riders, new riders for Pro Watercross, and you never know when racers show up. They're one's beginner, one's amateur, but both of these guys impressed us yesterday with their competency on the boat. Max has a style where he'll come down the front straightaway getting way low down in the tray. Very impressive, because that is not hard to do. And there he goes into a low squat. Man, and that's the way to do it, to keep that center of gravity down there in control. And then also Andrew Phelps, no relation to Michael Phelps, I don't believe. He
same species.
He had true. He had a couple bobbles yesterday in the second moto, actually both motos, but he never went down. He was able to put a foot out and save it, and there he goes right there. Well, he did go down. Well, back up and underway.
Momentarily.
Man, he's really adept at recovering, and that takes a lot of strength.
What do you think your primary strength is as a racer? A quick recovery.
Hey, when you're in the beginner, any class, really, on stand-ups,
oh, dude.
If you can save it and pop right back up, you save yourself a lot of pain.
How many times did you see Jeff Jacobs win a moto with the hood off his craft and water going everywhere around it?
Well, honestly, back in those days with the JS hull, the 550-440 hull,
yep.
I mean, that was just a battle to stay on top of those skis, period, for everybody.
Oh, dude.
They were a far cry from the watercraft that's being raced today. Very, very challenging to ride. Of course, we didn't know any different, so it was what it was. But the thing that separated the Jacobs, the Fachettis, the Sheldons, the Gochers, and so on from everyone else was their ability to ride those very challenging hulls, without any handling, no additional sponsons that they have today, none of the technology and that's
Run
evolved.
what you brung. Yeah.
They were hard to ride. I mean, you go back and ride one of those now, you're like, holy cow, how do we ride these things?
Well, and then you make them even more fun to ride by tuning them for horsepower, narrowing the power band.
Yeah, exactly.
So where they accelerate violently or fall on their face, it made it even more challenging.
But by the same token, it was a beautiful thing. They're amazingly fun to ride and always challenging. You never got where you were just bored or you were too good for the ski. They always didn't matter how good you got. There was more skills to learn. You could always get better.
What I'm hearing is no matter how good you got, you continually fell in the water with those things.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
And
we all, I mean, I shouldn't say we all started with that, but of our age group.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And one of the things that I thought, that I think looking back and looking to see where the sport has evolved to, is the fact that those boats were 250 pounds,
Yep.
the skis, the 550s. Most of us, a lot of us certainly came from a dirt bike motocross racing background, riding racing, and 550s, 440s, you just throw in the back of your truck.
Yep.
And it was very easy to do. They weren't expensive. They were easy to operate. They were easy to maneuver around, super lightweight. Halfway through this final moto this morning, and it was a different world, really.
Yeah, all you needed was more gas, more oil, and always a fresh set of plugs and a wrench.
Yeah, I mean,
with you.
Yeah, the motors weren't the most reliable things in the world, particularly the cast iron cylinders. And if you did any modifications to them, you quickly learned to run maximum 927.
Yes.
But other than that, they just were a joy. I mean, just to be on those boats and ride was just the funnest thing in the world. With all your friends, guys, girls, everybody rode. In motocross, it was mostly guys, and you're dirty, and man, jet skiing, you're at the beach, you got coolers, you got chairs in the water. Girls are into it. They ride just as much as the guys do.
Yep.
So much fun.
It's a great family sport.
Oh, it's
really
just
is.
so cool. And those 550s, that era, that was just very, very accessible for a lot of people. And Kawasaki sold 30,000 a year of those things.
And you can still buy them on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all kinds of places. I see them every single day.
Oh, yeah, and some of our events, we get good contingents of 550, the vintage class riders. And they have a lot of fun at a reasonable cost.
The Texas troop.
The Texas guys I'm thinking about. And on the West Coast, there are some guys that have some amazing 550s that they've just developed with every bit of technology available.
An incredible number of hours riding them, and their ability is beyond.
Yeah,
really.
a whole different level of what the guys
Speaking of
raced
this,
back in the day.
Andrew Phelps getting some laps in here.
Yeah, he is.
Trying to chase down Max Apodaca, but Max, when he got out front, now, I want to be honest, I haven't seen either one of them take the green Joker boy. Doesn't mean they didn't do it, because we've been busy up here with some stuff, but absolutely fun. Now, Max slowing down a little bit here at the end of the moto.
Well, they're only a little past halfway through.
Right.
And I think they're probably thinking, what do we sign up for here with Pro Watercross? Because we are getting more laps. Is this really what a jet ski racing is? I mean, this is a lot of laps, a lot of time on the water. But they're going to go home tired and happy.
Oh, yeah.
Today.
Yeah, they definitely got their laps in. As I look over there, Max Apodaca stretching his back out. He's slowing down. Andrew may have an opportunity to catch up with him.
Yeah, one thing that I think most jet skiers that grew up racing 550s and so on have in common is a bad back. For a variety of reasons. My theory is not just from riding them, but from lifting them in and out of the trucks constantly.
Yeah. Well,
bending over,
not so much those,
picking
but the
those things up. Well, the runabouts, you never lift those. Those are not
those things.
That changed. That's a different world. But the 550s, we lifted up in and out of trucks all day.
Oh.
All day. No, you two-man that easily.
Two-man it easily, or back your truck up a little further in the water and run it up the tailgate. Seen all kinds of varieties of different, 2x4s, carpeted cover that people
I would
into the
back
back of their truck.
I would back my
up.
I'd back my 4x4 Toyota when I'd go by myself.
Yep.
And back my 4x4 Toyota as far as I could into the water and load and unload my 550 by myself.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That's probably why my back hurts so bad today.
Almost guaranteed.
But it's the price you pay.
I've got that L7 problem.
But sport's been very good to me, to say the least. So much fun, and
I see our crack crew over here. the master of disaster, Kevin Scott, our race director.
They can't hear us.
His scoring crew. Brilliant scoring crew over there, all the way from Oregon.
Look at the camera. Look, check
That's
it
right.
out. Ty McKay, Kim McKay, Kevin Scott. Keeping track of our racers on the course. Keeping track of the riders.
Kimmy got that one just in time.
Keeping the track of our ever vigilant course marshals. Course Marshal Randy Scott and Course Marshal Andrew Schaefer. Randy out of right here in Florida, as is Kevin. And Andrew makes the drive to these events from his home in Wisconsin.
And drives it every time. He's driving back tonight.
He's not a flyer. He's on
this
the
afternoon.
He's on the John Madden schedule. Unlike you and I, Andrew, not a fan of flying.
No, he's got some real fears there.
Man,
Well, one thing's sure, he'll never die in a plane crash.
You would hope not.
Unless he's on the ground.
I was going to say.
The same thing. Wouldn't that be ironic?
Oh, God. Don't even say that.
Max Apodaca getting the white flag.
One lap, one merciful final lap to go for Max Apodaca and Andrew Phelps. Andrew's still coming around the left-hand side of the racetrack, and he's probably going to be pretty thrilled to see that white flag. These guys have put some laps in here this morning.
Yeah, they have. Andrew looks locked in position there.
He looks
He's
locked.
Like, I don't dare bend my knees anymore.
I don't dare fall.
Right, exactly. Oh, it's so tough to get back up on a ski the fourth or fifth time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you're out all day and, inevitably you come off it.
And the older you get, the harder it gets, no doubt.
Hallelujah.
Andrew, not too bad. 41, Max 36. 38, I'm sorry.
That's why I bring all this extra flotation with me,
Well,
just in case.
That's positive. Well, maybe.
Well, Max got the whole shot, never relinquished it.
And still getting down in the tray.
Yeah, buddy.
Taking the checkered flag. Good riding by Max Apodaca.
Yeah.
Max out of Orlando, Florida, not too far from here. That's actually where we flew into and we'll fly out of tomorrow.
Andrew Phelps coming in. He's about 15 seconds down after a 12-lap moto. That's not that bad, I'll be honest, especially for a beginner rider.
Oh,
very impressed.
Very impressive.
Well done, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is going to be the final checkered flag of the day. Great riding by Andrew Phelps and Max Apodaca.
We're going to go ahead and have our award ceremony in a little bit.
Yep.
Start to break down the things we need to. So hang with us for a little bit, and we'll see you at the Tower of Power for our award ceremony.
Yeah, and for Kurt and I, it's time to unfortunately, say goodbye for the weekend.
I do.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, LIQUI-MOLY and JETTRIM, obviously, as well as, most of all, Lake Dora here, Tavares, Florida. What a wonderful site. Lake County, Florida, just a beautiful area, and obviously Airstream as well. But
And
it's
then
been a
cheers,
great
yeah.
weekend. We hate to end it, but it always inevitably comes to an end.
Yeah.
And, man, we have had a great time out on the dock this weekend,
Yes.
calling the action, Kurt.
Rick, another joyful weekend, as it always is with you and I, and Pro Watercross. Thanks to all of our sponsors, of course. Also, all the crew that put this on. They work exceptionally hard.
Absolutely.
For all of you out there around the planet. We thank so much. I am Kurt Nolenberg. This is Rick Lake.
And I want to thank
Maverick,
Richard Ignacio, for all the work he does to make this happen. It's a tremendous amount of work. He brings a lot of gear, and it is a labor of love for Mav, and want to thank him, and it's always a pleasure to bring these races to you guys. So until Lake Hartwell, Georgia, in about 1 month, we will see you.
Pro Watercross has enjoyed 25 successful seasons on the water. The world's greatest watercross racers excite the senses, engage audiences, and build communities through integrated campaigns that get results.
It's a great tour. It hits a lot of hot spots. It travels, a lot of the U.S. And it brings you to all kinds of different demographics of people that you're racing against, people that you don't get to see all the time. It's a tour that is complete, from kids racing to adults racing, a lot of spectators, and just the best locations to go to. Daytona, Panama City Beach, Pensacola. We're in Georgia, Racine, Wisconsin, Texas. We go everywhere.
Beautiful spot, Naples, Florida. You can't get any better than that. And LIQUI-MOLY launching this range, it's marine range, partnering with such a great entity is just beautiful.
Pro Watercross has enjoyed 25 successful seasons on the water. The world's greatest watercross racers excite the senses, engage audiences, and build communities through integrated campaigns that get results.
It's a great tour. It hits a lot of hot spots. It travels, a lot of the U.S. And it brings you to all kinds of different demographics of people that you're racing against, people that you don't get to see all the time. It's a tour that is complete, from kids racing to adults racing, a lot of spectators, and just the best locations to go to. Daytona, Panama City Beach, Pensacola. We're in Georgia, Racine, Wisconsin, Texas. We go everywhere.
Beautiful spot, Naples, Florida. You can't get any better than that. And LIQUI-MOLY launching this range, it's marine range, partnering with such a great entity is just beautiful.
For season 26 and beyond, Pro Watercross continues its leadership role in environmental education, safety, and with a family-friendly vibe.
A lot of good people here. It's a good place to raise your kids and teach them how to succeed in a competitive environment. I've been doing it since 1996. My 17-year-old son's now a three-time world champion at jet ski racing, and he grew up by my side.
Are you ready? Get online with prowatercross.org.
Somebody comes out of this race as a world champion.
My name is Juan Liscano, and I ride for Miami Jet Ski Shop. Miami Jet Ski Shop sticks to LIQUI-MOLY, where we keep all our vehicles tip-top with the best in the industry. When it comes to performance or servicing, there's nothing better in the market than LIQUI-MOLY.
want to miss the best pro watercross racers in the world. This is the LIQUI-MOLY Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by JETTRIM. If you can't catch it live in person, make sure you catch it on CBS Sports Network.
LIQUI-MOLY has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using a warranty? Well, you shouldn't. LIQUI-MOLY marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for right viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
Hey everyone, my name's Valentina Lescano. I'm here at Pro Watercross for our jet ski racing. We're sponsored by LIQUI-MOLY. Thanks to them, we have our strong boats and we're able to podium. I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined LIQUI-MOLY, I'll never go back.